I think that we should be all set now. Sorry for the delay. You know, it's always exciting to come back after a break and have some different equipment set up. So that will be kind of fun and going forward. Hopefully you guys will enjoy the new features. But I have some new things to share with you today that really feature the new catalogs, which are here. So finally they're live. I have my January through April catalog and my new Celebration 2023 catalog. And here we go. Sorry for the delay. Ooh. There we go. Okay, so if you don't have these yet, there are definitely books you're going to want to get, or you can download them from my website. I'll have those a little bit later today. And let's see. Okay, if you guys see anything weird with like the stream or audio or anything like that, make sure you drop me a note so that I can work on getting those things fixed. But hopefully we should be in good shape. So yeah, Happy New Year. I don't know, it's not like playing here on my, which makes me think that that is very strange. But anyway, we'll get it together. And I think, do you guys see everything? Is the text the right direction? If it's backwards, let me know and I can switch it, but I think it's right for you guys. Whew. All right, I hope everyone had a great break and is excited to be back in the new year. And I am really looking forward to sharing some new things with you. So LovenStamps Monthly Tutorials for this month will feature the Country Bouquet and matching punch, which is absolutely a fantastic combination. It's not just Valentine's, believe me. I'm going to show you an idea today, and then I'm going to show you a second card with the same idea, because one of the things I'm adding to the monthly tutorials this month are sketch savers, because the comments I get from people all the time are that not sure what to make or how to put things together or those things. So I'm just going to lay it out, give you a sketch saver, a LovenStamps sketch saver idea that you can use over and over again, and I'm going to show you how to use that for each of the monthly tutorials with a second idea that features a stamp set or something from the Celebration mini catalog. And today, Adorable Owls and the, here we go, Dandy Designs Designer Series paper, which I introduced to you in December as a sneak peek, because those are two favorite Celebration items so far. So if you're wondering from orders that have already gone in today, what people are looking at, it's those two things. So with that, I think, good morning. Hey, okay, it looks like things must be pretty good. Hey, Trish, Deb, Becky and Tanya, I missed you too. Patricia and Sue and Joey. Oh, hey, Joey. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and flip our cameras, fingers crossed, and we are going to get started here with our, there we go, our project. Okay, so like you know, of course, that LovenStamps Monthly Tutorials have the ability to get card kits to go if your order is at least $50. And in January and February, your order is going to want to be $50 because there are a whole bunch of new things to get, and because you get a free Celebration item. So when you spend $50, you get to pick out one of the things in here, such as the papers, all the things, the Adorable Owls stamp set that I'm going to show you today. Now, there are also some big items in here, like the Dandy Designs Designer Series paper. I'm going to show you this later today too. All kinds of fun ideas for that. But this one is free with a $100 purchase because it's a double size thing. You actually are getting 48 sheets of paper with that one. So keep an eye out for those. But Country Bouquet is from the January through April catalog. It's on page 9, and it has some really great ideas that look very Valentine-y, and it does have greetings for Valentine's, but today's project is designed to make sure you know that it's not just for Valentine's. So I'm going to start off with my cardstock here. And the cardstocks for these are pulled from the Country Floral, which I can't believe, or Country Gingham pack here, which I don't have to show you, but I'll show you this one. And I just have a little piece here that's 2 by 3 inches, and then a piece of coordinating cardstock from that suite, which is Sweet Sorbet, and it's 2 1/4 by 3 1/4 inches. Then I have our card base, which is just a normal half sheet size. And I have a layer to go on there that is going to be like a color on color layer. And I love this technique. You can see the shadow pretty well in the video, I think. I love adding this color on color just to get an extra shadow on there to make it a fancier card layer. So we're gonna go ahead and start with our background, and I'm gonna use my Balmy Blue on Balmy Blue cardstock. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp one of our backgroundy images, this little floral here, and I'm gonna cover the whole background of our cards. So when you do that, you're going to want to sort of vary the position of your stamps. I try not to get things straight in a line or straight in a vertical line. So I will move things off to the side or off to the top so that each three little stamps make sort of an off edge triangle. I'm getting stuff on my background. Or a sort of skewed triangle, okay? So that there is a lot of variety and it looks like it's just cut out of a big sheet of paper. And then I'm gonna take this and layer here on my background. So I need a pack here of dimensionals. Did everybody have a good break? I really, really enjoyed our vacation. We had lots of great family time and college student home and all kinds of good times. We went to Florida for a little bit, enjoyed warm weather, but it was actually 31 degrees there on Christmas Day. So we didn't enjoy the warm weather, but we did enjoy being together. So, all right, so you can see here that shadow line is just a really powerful design element. So great thing for our sketch savers. And then these pieces are going to layer together. And I know you're thinking that there's not much to this card yet, but the card that's going to be fun is what comes in with these stamps here and the punch. So we're going to get those elements here to add to our background. So this kind of gives you an idea of the sketch saver part of this. And then we're going to have an element that's going to fit here and a greeting. So let's go ahead and add our greeting. We'll get that ready. I'm going to go ahead and stamp with love, which is available, of course, for Valentine's days. But the with love sentiment is good for all occasions. This could be a get well soon card. It could be thinking of you card. It could be, I know you're going through a lot card. There's really no end to what this sentiment works for. And then I usually mount my stamps so that you don't have to watch me do that. But these I wanted to show you because they're a little bit different. So the hearts on here are designs to go with the hearts on the punch. So these two are connected. And at first I was like, oh, maybe I'll disconnect them because it would just be easier. But you really want to leave these together because what it's going to do is it's going to make your punch go through twice as fast. So basically you're going to have, that's hard to pronounce, H-A-L-V-E, halve your workload because you're going to stamp these together and then also with the leaves, okay? So lots of great layering stamps on this. This one is going to appear in a project soon. It's such a gorgeous stamp. But for this one, I have two pieces of paper ready because I have our strips here that we're going to use with our leaves. And I'm going to go ahead and I'll show you how I would do this if I were trying to get a bunch of these done at one time. I actually made this card as one of my swaps, one of my demonstrator swaps. One of the things we love to do as demonstrators is share card ideas with each other. And so I'll make a whole bunch of an idea and share it with somebody else. We send them to a host and the host swaps them and I'll get, if I send 15 cards, I get 15 cards back with new ideas. So if that is super appealing to you, I would love to have you join my demonstrator team. And in fact, there is a huge special, one of the best ones I've seen for a long time, going on during celebration January and February. So you can learn more about that on my website at LovenStamps. So, okay, so there's our quick leaves. So you can see how fast that was to get a whole bunch of them out. I'm only gonna need 2. And then I'm gonna switch over to Sweet Sorbet and go ahead and stamp some hearts. Hey, Roxanne. All right, so these guys I'm gonna go put on here. Now with the punch, remember you're gonna have the edges punching here with the leaves. So I'm gonna separate these a little bit further than I might otherwise, okay? So I'll do, the same number here to go along with my leaves that I punched. And I'm gonna line this up. Remember with Stampin' Up! Punches, you're always gonna use them upside down. And then I am going to go ahead and punch these. I guess I could have put them closer together now that I'm seeing them. And when I do this, they're perfectly lined up, so I'm getting both of my hearts at one time, and I do not have to like stamp, punch, stamp, punch, stamp, punch, stamp, punch, okay? So let's get some pieces. I'm gonna take the extras. Always keep clear envelopes or extra little Ziploc baggies in your cases so you can add in those elements that you've punched and stamped but you haven't used. I love it. It's like Christmas morning when you open up oh, I guess some of those aren't stamped. When you open up a stamp case and find a little envelope of pieces already, and you're like, ooh, this card is gonna be really fast. It's ready to go. Okay, so I've got my pieces here ready, and I'm gonna go ahead and put these together. And we're gonna go ahead and use some Stampin' Dimensionals for this because it's just so easy. And I love to layer things, as you guys know, with different heights. And so I'm gonna go ahead and pop this on the back there. So we have our first dimensional. And rather than like try to glue or do fussy things to get the leaves to stay where I want them, I'm just gonna go ahead and stick them on with a dimensional like that. Now this one, I'm gonna go ahead and layer. Sometimes I like to look at it from the front side, I think about like that. And then I'll just pinch it and flip it over and put a dimensional on the back, okay? And this one is going to go kind of down here. And then we have our little With Love banner piece, and I'm gonna pop a dimensional on that and add that to our card. So now we have, I'm gonna tuck it behind there. So now we have our very cute little panel, okay? And then when I flip this over, I'm gonna pop some dimensionals on the back, because why not? And then go ahead and set this down on our card. So there is our first of the simple sketches. Of course, it needs some bling. You have lots of new choices. These are the pastel adhesive back sequins, which are actually in the Country Lane Floral Suite. So if you don't like adding product numbers to things, you can, of course, just get the bundle suite number here, which includes all of the stuff, including the ribbon that I haven't shown you, and the paper, which I'm going to show you now, and then the sequins and so forth. Or there's a link in the video description that you can shop directly, and it'll add the pieces that I've used today to your shopping cart, and you could remove ones you don't want or add more to it. But you can decorate these with, here are the heart pearls. So this is what's going to be in the picture that I'm sharing with you later. But I really like the sequins because, hey, sequins are my fave. Or the iridescent pastel gems are a great choice too because they're a fun match. So I'm going to actually pull one of these for this version. So they're just one little sequin there on my, or pearl or rhinestone or whatever you're going to use right there on that little heart as an accent. Okay, I promised you the Country Floral Lane paper, and it is 12 by 12 paper. Don't let me confuse you by showing you 6 by 6. But the reason I'm showing you 6 by 6, so here's the front, and here are the backs. So cute, busy design on the front, sort of neutrally shaped, solid color design on the back. I'm showing you the 6 by 6 because this is an example of the LovenStamps Designer Series paper share, which we'll post later today, and I'll talk about tonight at my virtual catalog premiere, which is tonight here on the LovenStamps page at 7 p.m. And that will give you a really great overview of how paper shares work. I've had so many questions about this. If you are one of the people who've been saying, hey, are you going to post the share? I really want to do it again. Yes, I am going to post that today. So keep an eye out on that. But basically, instead of having to buy all of the different cardstocks or all of the different Designer Series papers in the back of the catalog, because you want them all, you're going to get a sampling of all of the papers back here. And the samplings are 6 by 6. But the best part about the paper share, the way I do it, is that you get cardstock to match your papers. So you know that these are going to be super easy to use on your projects because you already have a card base ready to go. And I cannot emphasize enough how helpful this is. So there is an example of that one. And then watch for the details on this because you also have a chance to add add some items to your order and get the designer series paper bonus from the Sale-a-bration mini catalog with it. And this is just one of those papers. This is Dandy Designs. So super pretty. Okay, let's get these out of the way because I owe you another card. I promised to show you a second card. Let's move this stuff, just switch it all to the side. I'll leave one there. Let's see, Becky asked me a question. Can you stamp the heart, then stamp the leaves in the middle between and punch at one? Yes, you absolutely can. A great way to do it is to use your Stamparatus with the tabs, and you would do one tab down, one tab over, and get them all the pieces stamped and then punch all at once. So hands down, a really great way when you're mass producing something or you want a lot of them to do with both together. That's a great question. All right, so I'm going to show you an Adorable Owls card. And for that, I have we're doing our sketch. This is the first of LovenStamps sketches. Or saver, what did I call them? Sketch Savers. And so I have, instead of stamped background, I've used designer series paper. And here we have just a very similar, so instead of using two different colors, I've used the same color cardstock for the back. So this is Coastal Cabana. And this is a great way to kind of get the idea of how you're going to use the sketch pieces, the sketch ideas to make simple cards. Or make quick cards, or you can they don't have to be simple. You can make them as elaborate as you like. But at least you will have the layout started where then you're not stressing about where the pieces are going to go or how the layers are going to go or what sizes to cut them, because the Sketch Saver will have the cut sizes in it in the monthly tutorials. And remember, any size order in a month gets you the LovenStamps Monthly Tutorials PDF. So if you've already placed your order, keep an eye out for that for this month, as it's not quite come out yet. All right, so I'm gonna pull back I need some basic white cardstock, where did that go? Here it is. Because we're gonna stamp our Adorable Owl. So like I said, hot off the press, this is one of the 2 top items so far. So I'm gonna go ahead and stamp our owl. And then we're going to go ahead and do, from this stamp set, you have great choices. I'm just going to put my friend on here. And when I cut my layers from cardstock, oops, I have inky fingers. Where is my chamois? There we go. Okay, much safer now. And when you cut the layers, remember that you will end up with these extra strips, and they make really great accessory little strip things to have handy for your cards and extra little greetings and so forth. So I'm using Bermuda Bay ink, and because I don't have a die for this, I'm going to go ahead and do a quick fussy cut around here. Now, when you fussy cut, you want your edges to be rounded for an elegant, soft kind of look. So remember, you're not like chop, 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 cutting with your scissors. You're cutting one long continuous line, and you're also not turning your scissors. You're holding your scissors steady and using your other hand to turn your cardstock, okay? So if you're finding you're having trouble with fussy cutting, I highly recommend trying this. Just like try to cut some curves. Just grab some random paper and practice cutting curves using that method. And so here is our very cute, very quick little card. And of course you could color this and add some things to it if you wanted to, but we're gonna go ahead and do here. And I want some differentiation in the levels of between the greeting and our little owl friend. So I'm actually gonna put, let's see, what do you guys think up here? My friend up here, down, I kind of like it down here. All right, so that is gonna go on just like that. It's a little crooked. Let me see if I can turn it. There we go. And then remember, we have all those fun choices for things, and I'm gonna go with the sequins. There's actually two, what is this called? Sheets of sequins in here. And remember to always slit the side of your packet so that you can easily get your pieces in and out. And let's see, I think I'm gonna go with the pink ones because they just stand out a little bit more. And I'm gonna use my take your pick tool to add, oh, this is like super sticky, a couple of these here to our little owl friend. So let's see, 1, 2, oh, there's 2 sheets because they're 2 different sizes. I'm a little slow sometimes, especially after a great vacation. We'll put that on there. All right, so there we have my friend. So 2 different ideas for you this morning. Roxanne, she says she's terrible at fussy cutting, no matter how much you practice. Okay, Roxanne, so here's your homework assignment. You don't have to do homework, but really just take a piece of paper and just practice cutting curves. So you're not worried at all about the line of where you're going. So just kind of keep your scissors steady and turn your paper with your other hand. And you want to, your scissors have to be sharp. If your scissors are not sharp, then it might be time for a new pair. But you want to just see how curvy you can get your paper. Because what it's going to do is it's going to teach you how to sort of keep your scissors straight and your hand turning the other way, okay? So see what you can do and let us know how it goes. I'm looking forward to hearing about it. All right, so we have 2 card ideas there with our sketch. We have Adorable Owls with the celebration. We have Country Bouquet with its sketch there. And then, of course, later tonight, I will have some new card ideas for you from the mini catalog. So you're gonna wanna come back. I know you're used to seeing Maker Mornings with Meg in the morning, but this is our catalog premiere. So we have our catalog premiere for the mini catalog, the January through April mini catalog. This one's gonna speed by because it's only through April. And then the celebration mini catalog, which is just January and February. So these are the free things. These are the new products. And I will have some great ideas for you tonight. And I will see you Thursday for our next Maker Mornings with Meg. So welcome to season 3. I'm so happy to see you guys after a really nice break and get back into our crafting for the new year. So happy stamping, everyone. Thank you for joining me this morning. And I look forward to seeing you again this evening and then Thursday at our regular 9:30 a.m. Central Time. So happy stamping, everybody.